finally and briefly, we need to remember another thing. Where is he? He is here now in the hungers of men, in the restless yearnings growing increasingly acute. God hungers, born of a sense of futility and frustration and the utter emptiness of life without him. I don't need to tell you that this is the dominant mood of our age. Anxiety, inner insecurity. Everyone is talking about that. One after another comes along and says our age is the age of anxiety. But what is anxiety? And what is it spelling out? The absence of God? No. On the contrary, it's the surest sign of his presence, the striving of his Spirit in our human hearts. Anxiety is the verdict out of life itself that man can never get away from God. The concern and the love of God, because God won't let him go. It's the verdict out of life itself that when you and I try to live without him or hide ourselves from him, nothing anywhere goes right. When life loses its center, it also loses its sense. It becomes meaningless. Even our joys and sorrows are pointless. And all life gets filled with this sense of futility and anxiety, and that's God's eternal hold on the heart of man. Not for long can we get away from God. We may decide we're all finished with it. All through with the Sunday school stuff. We may talk loudly about being modern people, emancipated from the old taboos and free. And then life moves us into the depths, and there he is, God, who will not let us get away. God, said Dr. Tillich, is present in the force that makes you restless. I don't need to tell you that that's the theme of the whole Bible. And it's a theme that I wish this year to be talking about a great deal. Not man seeking God, but God's relentless search for man. That's it. And nowhere is the ministry of Jesus more moving than right here. Wherever he talked to a person, a man or a woman, he assumed, he took it for granted that God had already been working in that person's life. It didn't matter whether the man was respectable or not. It didn't matter whether he was a churchman or not, whether he was accepted in the synagogue or not. He was a person whom God loved. And they got pretty quiet when he talked to them about the shepherd out looking for the sheep and the father waiting for a lost boy, a boy who had gone away. For this was the gospel. Not the sheep looking for the shepherd, but the shepherd looking for the sheep. Now I want to say this one word, and let you think about it, because it will take some thinking about. You may not believe it at first, but think about it. There is a sense in which God is never so near as when we're lonely, wretched, and when he seems far away. You think that over. Often the actual near presence of God is accompanied by a feeling of his remoteness. And in this whole question of finding God, it's not nearly so much a matter of our seeking him as letting him find us. Where is he? Not far away in here. As near as green grass to a hill, as petals to a daffodil, as near as sunlight to the sod, so near to the human heart is God.